Forecast. I'm Joseph, the host of the UFC Forecast. Got the co-host Loaf, and we're here for the early predictions and betting breakdown for UFC 289 going down in Vancouver, BC, in our home country of Canada. We're from the smallest province, PEI, so pretty excited for this card here. But it's Amanda Nunes, Irene Aldana, and Charles Oliveira, Beneil Dariush. Mid to low level card this week compared to other pay-per-views coming up.
It would be shitty if they didn't throw Charles and Dariush in there.
Yeah,
and the card wouldn't be much.
And especially if Mike Malott didn't get added, it would have been a little bit lower level. But, you know, there's some big pay-per-views coming up, and there's already been some big pay-per-views, so I rate this one mid to low level. But it's going to be a good night in Canada. But first, let's go over the recap from UFC Vegas 74, Loaf. Starting it off with the Shoey. Yeah. Controversial Shoey for me. Let's pull that one up. Okay, folks, we got ourselves a controversial Shoey here, but I'm going to do it. Kai Kara-France, he got robbed by some blind judges. And I'm wearing the Montreal Canadiens hat because I'm a fucking loser once again. I'm losing my fucking soul to this game, boys. A dirty fucking rubber boot. But I'll fucking do her, boys. Oh.
This is not over! Son of a bitch!
Yeah, I mean, I thought Kara-France honestly took it. I thought it was 3 rounds for him.
Oh, he definitely took it.
Yeah, I thought it was 3-2. 3 rounds for him and 2 for Albazi. So, but, you know, I'll still take the W. But, yeah, I think Kara-France did enough to get it done for sure.
Yeah, I definitely think he did. Judges, I don't know what they seen in that fight, but Albazi, he had some control time, but I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be ready for a title shot or not after that performance.
The only thing that was like really good moment for me was the time when he almost had the choke against Kara. It was tight and then he let it go, but that was about it. I don't know how else he won.
What surprised me was Kara-France went 2 for 2 on takedowns and Albazi went 1 for 9. So
and they still gave
Kara-France flipped the table on him on that one.
Yeah.
And then Bruce Leroy, he was clean on the feet against Daniel Pineda, my underdog man. You had Bruce Leroy. That was a very good pick by you.
Pulled it out good.
Yeah, he looked sharp. And then the 23-second KO for Jim Miller. That was very impressive. It was vicious as fuck. Put Buddy unconscious, man, coming in 2 days' notice.
And I also had a prop. I don't know if it was posted or not, but the Dontel Mays KO hit, that was...
And he was going to be your underdog before he became the favorite. Yeah. Arlovsky, got chin checked there. Not a good loss for him. He's probably on the way out. He's getting old.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Tim Elliott, though, dominated the decision. We said that was a pretty safe one to parlay, and he had 6 out of 7 takedowns, 10 minutes control time. He dominated Victor Altamirano in that one.
Did he ever? Yeah.
And then I went 2 for 2 on the locks, Loaf, even though I only had 5 picks right. Both locks hit. Karine Silva killed Ketlin Souza with the knee bar there. Under 2 minutes, all she needed there. But Elise Reed, a little bit closer. She got it done by a decision, unanimous though.
Yeah.
All judges had
Elise
29-28.
Elise Reed was a close fight, but she still edged it out for sure.
Yeah, all judges had 29-28. That was
Castaneda.
pretty close, but we squeezed it out.
Was shocking, man.
Yeah, Castaneda.
It was real shocking. And
against your underdog, Muneen Gaffarov, 17 out of 18 finishes, and he could not find the finish.
And then Muhammad ended up getting it. Muhammad Aiemann.
Yeah, the Tajikistan tornado, man. Nemov, he got the big finish against Malarkey there in the second round. Did not expect that. He was the biggest betting underdog. And your locks, rough night on locks. They took a rest. Yeah. Laturda there, he got out-muscled, knocked out against Blackshear.
Yeah.
Not a good start.
No, not a good start for sure. The other lock, Zaleski. I mean, that was pretty controversial too.
That was another controversial decision.
I mean, so I'll still take the W.
They don't like the Russians, Abukar and Masham Grishin.
I shaved the beard too. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, probably the beard.
Really awesome.
The beard is good luck for the Russians.
But yeah, at least I got 50%. At least I'm glad I took 2 locks because I would have went 0. So, but yeah.
And another lock we both agreed on, Willie Cat Daniel Santos. Did he ever look good?
He did, yeah.
A big 29-27 unanimous decision win. He was accurate on the takedowns. Another guy with 10 minutes control time.
Another guy that should have had it first was Maxim Grisham. He should have took that by decision.
That was the other Russian that got robbed.
Yeah.
So, let's pour a drink, some vodka for the Russians. Soak the Soros. We're ready to go here in Canada, Loaf. We're going to start it off with the early predictions. I'm mixing some Pink Whitney here first. I got some Red Prime and some Red Gatorade as well to go with her. Pretty good selection, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Lowe's rocking the Monster. He didn't want to go any Pink Whitney tonight. Too soft.
Yeah.
So who we got first, Loaf?
We got Diana Belbita versus Maria Oliveira. And obviously women's fight, I'm not going to be betting it for sure.
Yeah, this is one I'm staying away from.
Yeah, I'm staying away.
Clear.
I'm staying way away from it. But if I am going to side with somebody just for the sake of the picks and to see how it goes, I'm going to go with Maria Oliveira to get this one done. I don't know how it goes. Probably by a decision. Belbita. I mean, Belbita's pretty good, but Maria Oliveira I find just probably might be a little bit quicker with the hands. Maybe a little hungrier, so I'm going to go Oliveira. Decision.
Yeah, I agree 100%. The Spider Girl's going to get this done, probably by a decision. She's more active. She has very good cardio as well. She's 1-2 in the UFC, and Belbita is 1-3. Both these girls have struggled, but I think...
Oliveira faced better competition, I think, than Belbita.
Yeah, and in the regional scene, she fought Marina Rodriguez. This is Maria Oliveira, and she got finished in the first round by TKO, but that was her only knockout loss. I think she's going to survive this one against Diana, who hasn't been active, and
No.
I don't know. I don't think much of her. She only has the win over Hannah Goldie, lost to Molly McCann, also lost to Ariana Lipsky, but this is one I'm definitely staying away from. I don't feel confident, really, in Maria Oliveira.
Could be a split decision as well.
Yeah, probably looking that way for this women's fight. Stay absolutely clear on this one.
Clear. Next up, we got David Dvorak versus Stephen Erceg.
And this is an interesting one now. I like this fight.
And this is going to be good, man. For part of me, like, I'm scared to go against an Aussie fighter, man, especially one that this guy, he's well known in Australia. They say he's one of the better ones coming up, so I don't know.
But he fought Shannon Ross, who's fucking shit.
And Sunguk Choi as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think David Dvorak is just too experienced, man. He's fought Manel Cape, and he went to decision with a lot of good guys. And
yeah, his last two losses were guys in the top 10, right? So
yeah,
this is a tough debut fight for Erceg. I don't really think he's going to get it done. He's been fighting some pretty low-level competition.
Even
here.
David Dvorak, like we've seen, he's a great grappler and stuff.
I
don't think you'll have any problem on the ground against a new guy like this. So I'm going to go David Dvorak, possibly for the finish. 16 finishes. It's definitely live.
8 by knockout and 8 by sub. The finish is live for David Dvorak. I think he's going to be the more seasoned guy here. He has some UFC experience. He's going to easily get this one done against a guy who does have a padded record. Looking into it, Erceg, fought some very low-level guys. I don't really think he's going to get this done after fighting a guy that was 4-2, 8-8, 4-1. Now he has to fight a very tough David Dvorak. I think David's a good lock all day long.
Yeah.
And next up, we got our first Canadian, Kyle Nelson, coming in as an underdog, 250 against Blake Bilder. I really like Blake Bilder in this fight. He's 8-0. Last time, he was a high-confidence pick for me against Shane Young, and he got that one done.
I had Shane Young as well.
And he was relentless on the takedowns, man. And he had very good hands as well. He's accurate. And I think Kyle Nelson's going to get outpointed, outstruck here. And Blake Bilder's going to be way too aggressive for him. I just see it being a dominant decision win here for Blake.
I think Blake could possibly even get the finish against Kyle Nelson, man. I think
he has 4 subs in his pocket, too.
I think it's definitely alive. I think Blake can definitely get that sub or even possibly a finish. His hands look really good against Shane Young.
Yeah.
So I got to go Blake Bilder by finish for sure. I think is the play here.
Yeah, Kyle does have some good experience, but 1-4-1.
I hate going against a Canadian. But
yeah, I hate going against a Canadian. That's why Blake Bilder is one of my locks this week. But Kyle Nelson, what a rough road in the UFC, 1-4-1. He's due for a win, but they're just giving him a very tough opponent here, and I can't side with the Canadian, unfortunately, on this one.
No.
And next up, we got Qileng Aori against my underdog of the week, Aiemann Zahabi, 210. And I think Zahabi's going to be a very technical fighter here, and he has very good defense, too, on the feet. Even though Aori has the power to get this one done, I really don't think he is going to get it done. Aiemann Zahabi, the Canadian, against Ricky Turcios.
Yeah, he fought some good competition.
Yeah, he has fought some good competition, has some good wins there. That last one was impressive. He's going to be the more technical fighter and be very smart, pace his way to a decision. Unless he gets caught with a big power shot like he did against Ricardo Ramos. I don't see him losing this one.
No.
And he's an underdog, so...
I agree. I think Aiemann Zahabi will take this one. I don't know if this one's going to be a finish or a decision, so I'm just going to take it at 210. It's good value as an underdog, so Aiemann Zahabi, definitely the play.
And Zahabi has 7 first-round finishes, and Qileng has 8 first-round finishes. These boys could come out swinging and banging in the first round. Someone could get knocked out. I even like Aiemann Zahabi for the KO, Loaf. Draco Rodriguez got slept by him. And Qileng Aori, I don't think he has the best IQ, to be honest with you. Aiemann Zahabi's a pretty safe play here. Underdog of the week. Let's go.
I'd say so. Next up, we got Jasmine Jasudavicius, something like that. But yeah, she's my former underdog. This girl actually pulled it through for me last time. I got to go her
big
again.
decision win last time.
She's a $3 underdog coming in against Miranda Maverick, but I still have to go her, man. I think people are really sleeping on her. I think she's going to grind it out to decision and pull a win over Miranda Maverick by decision. So I'm going to go Jasmine Jasudavicius.
I'm a big fan of both these girls, that's for sure. Jasmine, she was a national champion wrestler, and she's very good on the mat. But on the feet, Miranda Maverick's going to be bringing the pressure. She's going to be more powerful, and I could see her winning this by a decision, so I'm going to have to switch my pick. I don't feel safe taking a couple underdogs in a row on this card. And Jasmine, she's in for a tough one. This is her toughest fight to date. Miranda's been in there with Erin Blanchfield, Macy Barber, even though she lost those by a decision. I think she's going to survive this one. She has some good wins as well. Miranda also averages 3 takedowns, but if it goes to the mat, that's where it's going to get tricky, and that's where she can get caught in some trouble, possibly lose a decision to Jasmine. But I think the bookies have this one right. I think Miranda's going to be too powerful, too quick on the feet, and just another fight that she just points her way to a decision win here.
Yeah.
A lot of decisions on this card, I think, Lo.
It is going to be a lot, and it very well could be Miranda Maverick, but I got to stick with Jasmine since the win for me last time, so got to go her again. Next up, we got one of my locks of the week.
Another dog,
Chris
too,
Curtis versus Nassourdine Imavov. I'm going Chris Curtis, man.
Slight dog.
Yeah, slight dog, but I mean, Chris Curtis has fought some great competition, man. Kelvin Gaslam,
And he
Phil
should have
Haas.
won that last one, too, against Calvin.
Yeah, like it was really close, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, Nassourdine Imavov went to decision with Phil Haas, and Chris Curtis slept Phil Haas in round 1. I think Chris Curtis has much more power.
Same thing with Buckley, too, for doing some MMA math.
Yeah, his cardio's good, and even if Nassourdine can hold up, I think Chris Curtis is going to beat him in decision. So I got to go Chris Curtis for a lock, man. I think this is a good step down for him, a good fight to get him back up in the ranks.
Yeah, this is another one where Chris Curtis is just going to dominate a decision. If not, he's going to find that knockout shot. He's crisp and clean boxer, has the power to do it. And not to mention, he's training with Sean Strickland, who just beat Nassourdine Imavov there at the start of the year. And Imavov, he didn't have the best cardio in the 4th and 5th round.
No, Chris will have way better cardio.
Yeah, Chris is a cardio machine. He's going to get this done, and at underdog money, that's a good lock.
Yeah.
Let's get it. And don't forget to smash the like button and suplex the subscribe button. We really appreciate that support. And once we hit 500 subscribers, we're doing a $500 giveaway on Discord. So join that. It's absolutely free. Links in the description below. And for $5 a month, you can get exclusive and early access to all of our bets on Patreon. And the link for that is also in the description below. Let's get it, Loaf. Another profitable week for us. Yeah. And last week, you were 100% on the main card. Let's see if you can do it again, buddy.
I hope so. Next up, actually, you should go. Fuck, you go. It's your lock.
Yeah, I'll go with this one.
Yeah.
Marc-Andre Barriault, lock of the week, 172. Against Eryk Anders, who is coming off a pretty impressive win over Kyle Dacus. But Marc-Andre Barriault, he slept your underdog last time, Julian Marquez. He looked very good as well, the power bar. And I think he was going to win a decision against Anthony Hernandez before he got caught in a submission. Eryk Anders only has the 1 submission win. This one's going to stay in the feet. Barriault has more significant strikes per minute. He has 6. Eryk has 3. So he's going to put up the strikes here. He's going to have the cardio. He's going to dominate a decision, maybe find the KO. I love the Canadian here. Lock it in. He's not losing. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go Marc-Andre Barriault as well. I think Eryk Anders gasses out a little quick. His age is getting
big
up
cardio
there.
advantage.
I mean, he did get a win against Kyle Dacus, but Kyle Dacus has been on a big downfall in the UFC.
And Kyle's not much of a striker either. He's looking to take it to the ground.
And Marc-Andre has fought good competition, won to great people, and also lost to great people. So I'm going to go easily Marc-Andre Barriault to get this by a decision, I'd say.
And he's also training with great people at Killcliff FC. Barriault getting the rounds in there. He's getting this one done for sure.
Marc-Andre, yeah. Next up, we got my underdog of the week, and I'm confident in this guy, man. We got Nate Landwehr versus Dan Iggy. I gotta go Nate, man. I mean, this guy is really underrated, I think. Dan Iggy fights. He does fight good competition, man, but Dan Iggy, I find, he's a decision fighter. He doesn't have a lot of finishing. He doesn't have he does have some finishes, but not a lot. He's more of a decision dominator. I feel like Nate Landwehr can put a lot more pressure on than the other guys that he's fought. Nate Landwehr is a finisher, man. He goes in there to finish people. So I'm going to go Nate Landwehr at 275 all day.
Yeah, Landwehr's another guy with great cardio. He's been in the octagon with some killers as well. Iggy has lost some very close decisions to some very good competition. And he just picked up that big win against Damon Jackson, but I think Nate Landwehr is a bit more dangerous than Damon Jackson.
Especially on the feet.
And that submission's live, too, on the mat. 2 out of the last 3 wins for Nate Landwehr were submission wins. He's won his last 3, and now he's a pretty sizable underdog at 275 here. I'm gonna pick him to win for sure. I think he's gonna get it done by a greasy decision. Dan Iggy has all decision losses, so it's gonna be very tough to submit him and very tough to knock him out. But
you never know though.
On the scorecards, though, I think Nate Landwehr can definitely sneak this one out.
Yeah. Especially with the takedowns. I think he'll be taking down Iggy.
Yeah, he's going to have Iggy on the back foot the whole fight, too.
Yeah.
And force him to make some big mistakes, I think.
Yeah. Next up, we got my second lock of the week, Mike Malott versus Adam Fugitt, and I'm going Mike Malott, man.
All day.
I mean, this guy is a finisher. Most of his finishes, I think, if not
100%
all of them,
finish rate.
I think all of them come in round
all
1.
in round 1.
So I gotta go, man. I mean, he's well-rounded. He can sub or he can KO. Adam Fugitt's in for a night here, man. I'm going to go Mike Malott to finish probably early round 1, if not beginning of round 2.
Yeah, like Mike Malott, all first-round finishes, coming off a big win over Johan Linesi. This is in his home country. Don't see him losing it, and I can't believe people are going against him on this one. I actually see some people putting money against him. Not just picking against him, putting money against this guy.
Fugitt has that Kinoshita round 1. Remember that?
Yeah, with the elbows, but Kinoshita is not the highest level guy, man.
I think Mike Malott's going to have heavier hands.
Mike Malott's one of the best Canadian fighters we have to offer. There's no way he's losing this fight at home. It's going to be another finish, man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe people are putting money against our guy, Mike Malott.
No, they can't be. They're going to find out.
Yeah, they are.
The 4-inch reach advantage is a little concerning, but I think Mike Malott can close the distance.
Yeah, he's going to close the distance on the mat, on the ground. He's well-rounded, and he's going to get this done for sure. I'll do a shoey on this one.
You doing it? All right, let's do it. Next up, we got the co-main event. We got Beneil Dariush versus Charles Oliveira, and
it's a coin flip pretty well.
It is, man, but I'm going with Beneil, man. I think Beneil's gonna get this dude. I mean, his cardio's good. His hands are heavy. He almost knocked out Gamrot. He fought great competition. His wrestling's there. His chin's good. Charles Oliveira's been knocked out 4 times. Beneil, if he finds those hands like he did against Gamrot, Charles, I think, is gonna get slapped. But if not, I think Beneil still takes it by decision. Charles got to get that sub. So I'm gonna go Beneil Dariush to take this one.
Yeah, Charles hasn't been knocked out in a while, though. Those 4 were a while ago.
Yeah.
And he just knocked out Michael Chandler, submitted Poirier, submitted Gaethje. And he lost to Islam, but Islam's Islam, right? And he has the most submissions in the lightweight division. I think it could be another submission here for Charles Oliveira. He was a dominant champion.
Yeah.
A couple months ago, this would have been a title fight. Beneil is a tough test, and he might be a tough test for Islam as well. But we're going to see here. Beneil's been counted out. Can't believe he's not an underdog here, to be honest with you, but he's a slight favorite, 180. So I'll do the shoey with you.
Let's do it.
I'm pretty confident in Charles this week for inside the distance. Knockout could surprise a lot of people. You're calling for Beneil KO.
I like Beneil KO for this one.
Yeah, that last fight against Mateus Gamrot, his hands looked heavy. But I just don't think he's going to get it done against the former champ, Charles Ollie. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Charles Oliveira, but... You know, Beneil...
It's going to be a good one.
Beneil's been around for a while. He really does deserve this title shot. But, you know, I think Charles is going to be super hungry after losing the belt. So, give me Charles Oliveira, 195. Let's go.
Next up, I know people are going to disagree with me on this. But
and I'm one of them for sure.
Amanda Nunes and Irene Aldana. I'm going Aldana.
Craziness.
I know, man. People are going to think I'm crazy. But like I said, man, Mexicans are on the rise. I've been going with the Mexicans. All of them have been pulling through lately, man. I have to ride still. Go with Irene Aldana. Alexa Grasso got it. And then so did Yair Rodriguez. I feel like they're coming up, man. Irene Aldana has a good KO last fight against Macy Chiasson. Amanda Nunes, she also has a win against Juliana Pena, unanimous decision.
After she lost to her, but
I mean, I feel like it's gonna be one of those huge upsets, man. I feel like it's gonna be just like Grasso upsetting Valentina Shevchenko. I think
Aldana's training with Grasso too, so they want 2 fighters from Mexico with the belt,
and then Yair's going for it next.
Training together all the time. So
yeah,
I mean that's kind of sketching me out. The whole Grasso Aldana training together, they both are very hungry for the belt.
And Irene proved her striking on the feet against Macy Chiasson, too. I mean, she was doing great in that fight.
Like, a lot of people are questioning if Amanda Nunes is still hungry, but I think she is.
Oh, she definitely is, yeah.
So, yeah, I got to go Amanda Nunes. Like, at one point we said she was never going to lose. She lost to Pena. She got it right back. She looked very good. She had 10 minutes control time last time.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be the better wrestler, get the control time, and have the more powerful shots, bust open Irene Aldana. And last fight, it was in the 3rd round. She got that up kick. I think she was going to lose that one to Macy Chiasson, if I'm not mistaken. That was a pretty close one. Now she's coming in and fighting the best of all time, the GOAT Amanda Nunes. She gets dominated, and that's what the odds are telling me too. So
We'll see.
I'd put the house on Amanda Nunes. Let's go. And this is last time I said that. I said that for Shevchenko, and she fucking lost.
Huge favorite.
Yeah, and this is another big wide line, but I like Amanda Nunes. I really do. I had her last time to get the belt back. She's not losing it again.
We'll see.
She's not losing it again.
We'll see.
She ain't losing. And before we go, let's go over the locks and dogs one more time, Loaf. Hit them with the double lock.
My 2 locks are going to be Mike Malott and Chris Curtis.
Let's get it. Mike Malott, $144. Chris Curtis, $2. My lock of the week is $172. I'm 3 in a row. After Gilbert Urbina, Karine Silver, and Elise Reed, we got Marc-Andre Barriault, the Canadian, 15-6. He's going to get this one done against Eryk Anders. Easy money. Now we're going to the underdogs, Loaf. Who you got?
Next, my underdog is going to be Nate Landwehr. I think he'll get it done. I think he'll get it done in a decision, most likely.
Grind it out, 275. And my underdog is 210. Aiemann Zahabi, another Canadian. I'm going 2 Canadians for the lock and dog. And don't forget to join the Discord. Once we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to post a giveaway bot there and give out $500. Links in the description below. Make sure to join that. If you want to join the Patreon, it's $5 a month exclusive and early access to all of our bets. Don't forget to smash the like button, suplex the subscribe button. We're going to be back for the final prediction show on Friday.
See you then.